Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
So did you have to wait for a long time?
It was 30 minutes, but
But that's very little. So Deepesh, Deepesh Kumari.
yes,
right?
ma'am.
So your photograph here is very different than what you look. You have chashma nahi hai,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Recent power.
No, ma'am. I am wearing this glasses since my 10th class,
Okay.
but
You forgot.
no, not forgot. And photo maker said due to light problem,
Okay. It's flashes,
off.
no? The light.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your power? Your eye power?
In 1.75, in 1, 2 minus.
Minus 2. That's not very much. पढ़ लिया ज़्यादा आप. Studied too much, so power कम होगी. Doesn't matter.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are a democracy. India is a democracy. You agree to that?
Yes, ma'am.
You agree. So what are some other democracies in the world? Other countries?
USA, United States of America is one. Then UK, United Kingdom is there. And Australia is another democracy.
So do you think we've done well as a democracy?
Now, mostly we have done very well. Like we are following the 5-year election cycle. Means power change is very peaceful. It is not haphazard. We have not seen military coup also. But democracy doesn't mean only timely election. It also means equality to its citizen. So on that front, we need to improve. Our socio-economic indicators are not very good. We have more than 26% people who are still in below poverty line. We have people like women, transgenders who have not reached their equal potential. So in that way, we
can
need
do
to
more work.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So have you heard of the directive principles of state policy?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me 3-4 directive principles?
Ma'am, it is in part 4 of Indian Constitution.
Okay.
There are many. One is to provide income opportunity to all, means equal opportunity to all. Second is to health of children. We need to take care of that. And third is that promotion of welfare of marginalized section of society like scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and women. And fourth is to protect the environment. So it directs a state to work on these.
Yes. So do you think that in the past decades, 5 or whatever, so have the women risen up? Have they qualified better or they studying better? What do you think has happened? We're talking only of women.
Ma'am, it is sure that we have improved. If we go at ground, then people thinking is changed right now. It is changing. Means right now everyone says that आजकल बेटियां भी बेटों से कम नहीं है. So that way it is good. And other tangible things like sports and administration, then politics and economic front also we have improved it. But ma'am, on security front for women, we are not doing well. NCRB is also saying that women are facing crime in domestic violence, etc.
Other problems.
Yes, and malnutrition.
Malnutrition.
Yes, that is.
What should be a balanced food for a family? Any family, poor or rich, whatever. Have you heard of balanced diet?
Ma'am, yes.
You have.
That rainbow colors, all colors of rainbow should be there in the diet.
Yeah.
I have heard from my younger sister. So
That's okay.
she is a doctor.
Is she a doctor?
Yes,
That's
she is a doctor.
Yeah, that's fine. And a balanced diet would convey certain carbohydrates, protein, fats, minerals, vitamins, so on.
Yes.
So whatever is lacking, you can compensate by your vitamin pills and all that, right? So tell me, we are hearing a lot on the newspaper, on the ad of the Doordarshan, that there is Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi ka Amrit.
So what do you feel that is? What is Amrit Mahotsav?
We are celebrating that we have come along 75 years of our independence. So it is a proud moment. Amrit means very sacred moment for us. that we can look back on our achievements, and if any lacuna are there, then we have courage to correct them also. So it is a very pious moment
You
for
feel
us.
it's a good movement, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's a good.
So, I heard about Shanghai. You know
Yes.
about Shanghai? Shanghai city as a whole, it's a very advanced city. They are saying that it's got this XE variant of Omicron. Or, so, and they've locked up the city. Whole city they've put under lock. So, have you heard about what they are doing?
Yes, ma'am. I heard that it is seeing more than 13,000 cases in a day. This is becoming a biggest hotspot in the world for new variant. So, so they are taking steps by locking it down.
Oh, sure.
Yes, but media reports are coming that very inhumane measures are also taken. Like,
That's not it.
yes.
But India has done well. What do you feel in the Omicron, COVID, fighting COVID, let us say?
Yes, ma'am. India has done very well because we were not expecting that our health system will do so well.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any strike, chows on the city, protest. So
No,
on
that's
that
really,
front.
they've done, the doctors, nurses, they've done really well. They work for 24 hours a day also.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very tough.
Yes, ma'am. My sister was in COVID
She's a
duty.
doctor, no?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Which city?
ma'am, she is in now Safdarjung right now.
Where are you?
Yes, yeah,
That's very nice.
yes.
Now you tell me that there is an honorarium. We pay an honorarium and we pay wages. What is there a difference or they are the same?
Ma'am, I don't have much idea, but whatever I know, honorarium is based on the work done. Wages are fixed. It means, yes, honorarium means some targets are given to you, like Anganwadi workers are given target. If you approach 100 women, then you will be given this much.
Otherwise you won't be given, is it? Suppose she doesn't achieve the target, the worker, then what will happen? We won't pay her?
Ma'am, yes, honorary is also not a claim.
Okay.
Yes.
Meaning if she works properly, then we'll pay,
Yes.
otherwise we won't pay.
Yes.
That's what you think, okay? So, I think it's fine, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Kumari. So I see your optional is mathematics,
Yes.
and you are a civil engineer and masters in structural engineering.
Yes.
So tell me the issues related to town planning in India.
Sir, there are multiple issues. One, that we haven't done town planning properly. It is very haphazard. Mumbai or suburbs means wherever people find place, they started residing over there. So that way it is not very planned. And second is transportation, city transportation is also not very good. Means right now awareness is coming in policy planners that we should do origin destination studies for proper transport and commute, but earlier it was not there, so we are trying to correct that. And it is town planning is also not very inclusive. Means slums area is still struggling for getting basic necessities like water, sanitation. So we need to work on this.
So can you tell me about number of planned cities, or can you name name the planned cities in Rajasthan?
Sir, smart cities I know, sir, in Rajasthan.
Planned cities. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Can you throw some light on the famous works done by the famous mathematician Ramanujan?
Yes, sir. Ramanujan, sir, gave theory, number theory. So he told that how number series progress and what is the summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is minus 1 by 12. And second, he also propounded Ramanujan theory 1739, means if we sum 17 square and 13 square, it is same as 1713 square. And he also worked in advanced mathematics like hyperloop theory. Is this sign?
How do we use mathematics in daily life?
Sir, for a common man, mathematics is very important because one, it provides a calculative tool, time management, to resource management, For example, if my mother is calculating that I have 5 children, each children is having 2 chapati, so I should make 10 chapati. So simple mathematics they are using. And in daily life, sir, at higher echelon, we are using it in administration, then economics, in coding, like we use at backend. So, yes.
Okay. I would like you to tell me about the disinvestment policy followed by India in recent times.
So recently, India is following aggressive disinvestment policy. Here, the policy is that we will keep only strategic things with government, bare minimum presence over there. So we have done privatization of Air India. We are listing LIC on IPO. Then we are also progressing on BPCL divestment. Also, we have come national monetization program to monetize asset.
Okay, so tell me about macroeconomic overview of India. If you can tell me about the major macroeconomic indicators of the economy in present times.
The macroeconomic indicators are GDP growth, inflation, then interest rate in the country. So, and employment also. So GDP growth, RBI predicts for next quarter is 7.2%, and inflation is about 5.7%, and repo rate, sir, I don't know exact, but it is in accommodative stance, and employment rate according to PLFS is around 5 to 6%. So that is
okay. So do you know what are freebies?
yes, sir.
Okay, so freebies encourage individuals not to work and be dependent upon the government. So what's your take on this issue?
Sir, my take is opposite of this, because sir, right now the capitalism in society, which is very harsh on poor people, means they have to buy everything from market, and wages are not that much. So in that case, if some freebies are given like electricity, water, these are basic necessities. So that will not demotivate people to work. Rather than this will provide an income security and social security, and will motivate them to take risk. And if in further studies we find that it is promoting laziness in people, then we can dismantle them. Means it should not be in perpetual things.
Okay. So let's say you are SDM of your home district.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how would you bring Atmanirbharta at your district at grassroots levels?
Sir, Atmanirbharta means district is able to produce for itself. It is able to provide employment to needy people. So for that, sir, I need to do the SWOT analysis of Bharatpur. Bharatpur is my home district. So one strength is that it can excel in tourism because it is at Golden Triangle. So local people can be trained in providing guide work, rural tourism, home stay. So that can be promoted. It will promote to employment, especially for women. And second is, sir, here handicraft is very good in Bharatpur. Bead making, then mala, means that can be explored in Bharatpur. So that is
Have you heard of CUET?
Sir,
Common University Entrance Test?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are aware.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
So tell me a few of its merits and demerit points.
Sir, merit, if I list one, is that, sir, I also come from a state board, and I personally feel that some boards are giving high marks to students, and they get advantages if entrances are based on 12th marks. So that way it will reduce discrimination. And second advantage, I would say, is that sometimes private schools are there who proliferate their business by giving this assurance that we will send 100% marks in your midterm and half yearly exam. So this will be discouraged because ultimately students have to face examination. And sir, demerit, I would say, is that Sir, I may take analogy from NEET and JEE examination. Because of that, coaching culture has flourished. So students who are coming from affluent background, they are only getting coaching facility and they are clearing this examination. So if this happen with CUET entrance tests also, then it will be discriminatory for rural people, marginalized people. So,
But will the students have motivation to score very high marks in class 12th? Because they will be preparing for the CUET and will not focus on the 12th examination.
yes, sir. This is also a demerit because people who are preparing in quota, they go for dummy schools because they have to prepare for entrance examinations. So that is
Okay.
also.
Okay. My last question is, you have a very good background in civil engineering, your master's also, but still you want to join civil services.
Yes.
Any particular reasons?
Sir, I want to go for civil services because I feel that this is a platform where I can work for people who are marginalized. Means, sir, my younger brother was having a problem, medical problem, so I went to district collector of Bharatpur. He helped us so much. So that way, I feel that civil servant provides authority and power to, if we have good intention, to work well. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you.
So Deepesh, you are a civil engineer.
Yes.
So tell me, and you already also MTech in structural engineering from IT.
Yes.
Tell me, what is your assessment? What went wrong in the twin towers of 9/11? Why did they fall? Such a steel structure, very robust. Why did it fall down?
Sir, structural aspect, I'm not aware, sir. I'll read it. Sorry, sir.
You heard of another twin tower in Noida being brought down?
Yes, sir.
Supertech.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So some trial was made yesterday.
Sir, yesterday.
You're not aware of it.
Yes.
So what are the risks involved in bringing down the towers? You have done some seismic performance work also you have done. So what are the apprehensions? Why are they doing trials and then, maybe the actual operation will be done later?
Sir, main is that when this structure will fall, then it will create tremors in the ground. That is for sure. And other essential buildings nearby that area will get this seismic induced seismic wave. And second is yes, that is one reason. And yes, sir, that I know that.
Okay, you have worked on seismic performance.
Yes.
Even if you don't make a tower fall down, you have so many super towers, in Noida, around Delhi. And in which zone does Noida and Delhi fall in seismic zone?
3, sir. Zone 3, I think.
You don't remember? 3 or 4?
Sir, I don't remember.
Okay, but even if it is 3 or 4, how risky it is for Delhi?
Sir, to have
If the earthquake comes,
yes, sir.
what are the chances of creating a disaster, with these skyscrapers and tall buildings and Delhi lying in seismic zone 4?
Sir, seismic one, sir, for building it is disastrous if it is not provided the seismic isolation facilities like base isolation or tune mass damper. If they are provided, then well. And second is, sir, it destabilizes the soil condition beneath it. Means it loosens the soil because of foundation machinery. So that way the capacity to absorb seismic waves is also loosened. So that way it can be a disaster, sir.
You are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Now, Akha Tej is very close now. You know what is Akha Tej?
Akshay
Akshay
Tritiya
Tritiya,
was
yes.
sir.
And child marriages happen during Akshay Tritiya, a large number. So tell me, what is this child marriage? What is the law about child marriage? Is it unlawful? It is lawful? Why so much of resistance and the government takes a very serious note of the child marriages?
Sir, Child Marriage Prohibition Act is there, according to which marriage below 18 year of female and 21 year of male is illegal.
Okay, carry on.
Means sir, means party can make it illegal after attaining mature age. Just 3-year time period is given for
No,
women.
I'm not clear. You said it is illegal and party can make it illegal after 18 years.
Means sir, marriage is there. Means marriage cannot be annulled, I would say. But if they want to annul this marriage, then 3-year time period is given for women, female.
So, what is the difference between a marriage of a marriageable age 18 and 21 and a child marriage? If both have to be annulled, that also has to be annulled. It can be annulled by under another act. So, what is the difference if two children marry, I mean below 18 years, and two adults marry?
If two children marry, sir, they
All right,
cannot.
doesn't matter. Are you in favor of child marriage in Rajasthan?
No, sir, I'm not.
Why did it proliferate and it became so popular in Rajasthan and many other rural areas? What is the social reason? What would be the social reason?
Sir, many reasons are there. One, that people want to reduce the cost. Means if my elder brother is getting married, then my parents will think कि इसकी भी शादी कर देते हैं. Will reduce the cost. And second, it also reduces the demand of dowry if child marriage is happening. And third, sir, sometimes parents also think to shift the burden of raising a girl child to in-laws. So these are reasons. And fourth reason was that Rajasthan earlier was not having many employment opportunities, so people used to migrate. What they were thinking that before migrating, they should safeguard their girl child. So they think that by marrying her, they can ensure the safety. So
as the DM of Bharatpur, suppose you come to know that child marriages are happening, what action would you take?
sir, if child marriages are happening and on the spot, sir, I can go there and if it is happening on that place, I can go with my staff and I'll ask. Means I will take help of NGO also, because NGO and local leader like Sarpanch or influential people like teachers, doctor, and they can convince people not to marry child because there are many disadvantages of doing it, so on social parameter, nutrition parameter. So, and the second, sir, I can raise awareness that if any child marriage happens, then punishment would be given, so that way. And third, sir, school teachers also can be motivated to tell students that if you are forced to get child marriage, then they can register and come to us, we will help you.
Okay, you said that you will go to the marriage and convince them, right? Now, can you go and stop the marriage? You said it is illegal. Can you stop? It is illegal, I'll giving you punishment. Can you do it?
Yes, sir. Authority means by
Anything which is illegal, you said it is illegal.
Yes.
So you could go and stop it.
Yes,
Stop
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. By legal means, I can do it.
All right. Prime Minister of India and US President Biden are having a virtual meeting today.
Yes, sir.
What is the background? Why they are meeting, having virtual meeting? In what context? And what are the agenda points which have been expected in the talk?
Sir, 2+2 ministerial talk is about to happen in Washington DC. So before that, our leaders are virtually meeting, and agenda or the context is Russia-Ukraine war, and second our collaboration in various front like
Is Russia-Ukraine war on the official agenda of both?
No, sir. For India, it is not. But according to newspaper, this will be a talk point. I would say.
US is likely to raise this issue.
Yes, sir. US is likely to raise.
All right. You have heard of IPCC report.
Yes, sir.
I won't go into the report, but tell me, it has warned,
Yes, sir.
of dire consequences. Now, what effect, with the kind of warning they have given, will this climate change and global warming affect Bharatpur? Imagine climate change effect on Bharatpur. What all will happen?
Sir, one climate change is creating a problem in Bharatpur already. One, its groundwater level is depleting at very high rate, and the second is that temperature is rising, due to which the agriculture crop mustard and wheat are not giving that much quantity and quality, because they need winter condition, but due to climate change that is not happening. And third is, sir, due to its Bharatpur has bird sanctuary, so if climate change happen, then bird will not come, water will be dry, so tourism will be affected, and ultimately people will also suffer, because if temperature rises, then it is very harsh to work in open environment in summers. So that way.
Good. So, Deepesh, that's all from my side. I hand over back.
Performed.
It was mixed.
Mix up.
Yes.
Acha.
In some sectors, I haven't studied much on current affairs and state,
Okay.
so I have to prepare.
Good. You can keep preparing. So on the whole, I feel you are a very promising candidate. You are pleasant, and your knowledge of your field, engineering and others, is good. And you have some knowledge of what the collector does and what he can do. So I think you have a good promise. This is your first attempt?
Second attempt, second interview, ma'am.
So what happened in the last time?
Last time I missed by 20 marks.
Only
My
20.
interview score was 165.
165 also good, yeah. Maybe your written did not do so well.
Yes.
If you do well in writing, I mean whatever you write, then your chances are higher of getting in even with low marks in the interview.
Yes.
But that doesn't make you sit back and say, no, I'll get in. You have to try and get the maximum in the interview also,
Yes.
right? So, sir, बताइए.
दीपेश, जैसा मैम ने कहा, मेरा भी सेम ओपिनियन है. पर्सनालिटी वाइज आप काफी अच्छे हैं, लेकिन मैं थोड़े से क्रिटिकल पॉइंट बताऊंगा जिससे आपको इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए फायदा हो जाए, है ना. तो सबसे पहले, सिंस आपका बैकग्राउंड सिविल इंजीनियरिंग है, प्लीज आप एक बार, कब है आपका इंटरव्यू, कब है? बहुत टाइम है आपके पास,
बहुत दूर है,
1 महीना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो सबसे सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में थोड़ा सा और पढ़ लीजिए थोड़ा सा. जब मैंने आपसे प्लान सिटीज का पूछा तो आपने बोला स्मार्ट सिटी मुझे पता है, तो कोई और बोलेगा तो चलेगा, पर आपने मास्टर्स किया आईआईटी बॉम्बे से, तो अच्छा इंप्रेशन नहीं जा रहा है थोड़ा, ठीक है. उसके बाद एक जो सबसे मेजर आपको जो एकदम करेक्ट करना है आंसर, वो वाई आईएएस का करना है. पर्सनल एग्जाम्पल देना ही नहीं, एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ब्रदर बिल्कुल भी नहीं देना. कैरियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज पे ही फोकस करना है. यहाँ पे डाइवर्सिटी है और अपॉर्चुनिटीज, बस, है ना. तो अदरवाइज वो थोड़ा सा इमोशनल एंगल सामने आ रहा है, उसको बिल्कुल अवॉइड कर दीजिए. अच्छा, माइक ऑफ है क्या? देख लीजिए.
ऑन है.
ठीक है, अच्छा, ठीक है. वो सीयूटी में आपने बाद में वो डमी स्कूल का पॉइंट काफी अच्छा बोला था, तो अगली बार पहले ही अपने इसमें ऐड कर देना, ठीक है. ये चपाती की जगह आप अगर फूड बोलते हैं ना, है ना, किसी फूड अच्छा रहता है थोड़ा सा, है ना. और जैसे बात की है कि डेली यूज ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, तो उसमें आप बोल देते कि जनरल ट्रैवलिंग में फिगरिंग आउट इन डिस्टेंस, टाइम एंड कॉस्ट ऑफ ट्रैवल आप बोल सकते थे. मैनेजिंग मनी, शॉपिंग फॉर बेस्ट प्राइस एंड डिस्काउंट्स, थोड़ा वैसे आंसर आप दे देते. अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्पोर्ट्स, है ना. उसके बाद इकोनॉमी में यू आर वेरी गुड. आपका टू द पॉइंट आंसर आए थे जो आपने इसमें बोला था, ठीक है. ये इम्प्रूवमेंट पे पहुंचे, अदरवाइज यू आर गुड. बाकी सर बताइए.
So, Deepesh, I know what has already been told to you. Now, your that matters, especially your civil engineering.
Yes.
You're an M.Tech. You should not regret on, or maybe say that I do not know or I'm not sure about anything related to civil engineering. and it's a vast area. And as he said, IIT Bombay, TAL you have. So you could be asked many questions. Urban planning, urban development, smart cities, right? New cities, can we set up new cities? You have some examples of New Raipur, Chandigarh of course has become old, Gandhinagar, because these days everyone is talking about IPCC, which we discussed. You gave very good answer on Bharatpur. That was the best answer. But IPCC also spoke about that some of the cities in India will get submerged by 2050. Coastal cities, they have named also. So I was just thinking for you, there can be a question. What would you do? What would you suggest as a civil engineer? Should we shift Bombay? Should we have another city? Indonesia is shifting its capital because it has a fear that it will get submerged. So all these things. Then Bombay, there is coastal road is being thought about, constructed.
Yes.
Airport is already coming in a week.
Yes.
So should they stop it in the light of this? These are possible questions because related to your subject directly. There can be so many more. Road infrastructure and all about highways. So that Bharatpur is very important for you. Then your Rajasthan will fetch a number of questions. On 16th May, I expect this child marriage thing would have happened.
Yes, sir.
Maybe somebody who knows Rajasthan only for 50 reasons. And with this news coming, कोई ना कोई headline बनेगी, इतनी शादियां हुई और प्रशासन दौड़ा ये वो. Now read that Prohibition Act.
Yes, sir.
Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. You said that it is illegal. It is not.
Yes, sir.
Why did you then say that it is illegal?
नहीं सर, I have read कि आप मैरिज को इलीगल नहीं ठहरा सकते, लेकिन हाँ जो पार्टी है वो अनल कर सकती है बाद में.
मैंने आपसे दोबारा इसीलिए पूछा, जब आप इलीगल बोल गई, मैंने कहा शायद आपको कुछ बल्ब जला हो कि नहीं मैं गलत बोल गई, तो आपने फिर कहा कि नहीं मैं पकड़ लूंगी उनको रेड मार के. तो इलीगल है इसलिए यू अगेन एंडोर्स्ड.
Yes, sir.
You cannot. It's voidable.
Yes, sir.
You understand voidable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is not void. It is not legal. These are two extremes. It is in between. Very funny.
Yes.
So if both of them want to continue the marriage, it is marriage goes on.
Yes.
Only when somebody wants to nullify
Yes, sir.
that they have to go, and then the process is different. When you both are minor, then you go to the a local officer and likewise. So isko pad lena.
हाँ sir.
Or how would you prepare more than the act? It will more important is that what can you do? I was DM in your state in many places, and especially in the same area I was collector Dausa and Jaipur and Dholpur. So this used to be an annual torture for us. Sir, वहाँ पे child marriage हो रही है, वहाँ भागिए. अच्छा, I didn't used to run myself. SDM used to go in. But what do you do there? कुछ लोग वो पुलिस वाले जोश में आके हर हटा उठू के कर दिया, उतार दिया गेट. You can't do that. तो प्रेस वाले पीछे पड़ते. How can you do it? So this is important.
तो सर क्या कर सकते हैं?
बस awareness.
Okay.
पहले से awareness. We used to समझाओ people. पता लग जाता है शादी कहाँ हो रही है. दोनों माँ बाप को समझाएं बिठा के. सोशल वेलफेयर ऑफिसर्स होते हैं आपके, DSWO, डिस्ट्रिक्ट सोशल वेलफेयर ऑफिसर. एवरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैज वन. You have a network of people, the local Anganwadi workers. So all these people you can tap and they can convince. Once you come to know that where all the marriages are happening. कुछ तो साल भर के आपका प्रोग्राम अवेयरनेस का होना चाहिए. चाइल्ड मैरिज इज नॉट गुड, बट वंस इट इज क्लोज टू दैट and some people are getting married, you can always tap them कि नहीं आप मत करो शादी, आप मत करो. धमका के नहीं, समझा के. That is one. राजस्थान में अभी करौली में कम्युनल हुआ. आज जयपुर में कुछ जगह कर्फ्यू एहतियातन लगा दिया. So you never know till 16 May what happened, but it can come up if you are DM of Karoli or DM of Bharatpur and communal riot happens. What would you do? Or how would you prevent a communal riot? टुडे गुजरात में भी हो गया, मध्य प्रदेश में भी हो गया. क्यों हो गया?
Yes, sir. गुजरात वाला I heard.
क्यों हुआ?
लाउड स्पीकर लगा रखे थे उन्होंने, फिर रामनवमी पर तो पुलिस प्रशासन ने आके उसको हटाने की कोशिश की, तो विश्व
और MP में क्या क्यों हुआ?
MP नहीं पता सर, राजस्थान।
रामनवमी का प्रोसेशन निकल रहा था।
हाँ
This is a very common problem in Rajasthan and
Yes,
the
sir.
surrounding. In Ramnavami, you have been in Jaipur?
यस सर।
जयपुर में रामनवमी का वो निकलता है,
जुलूस।
passes through all those areas जहाँ मुस्लिम मेजोरिटी है.
यस सर।
And as DM, we used to stand there. DM never stands, in these processions, only to prevent these communal riots. Right on the head of that area जहाँ पे Muslim population है. And that used to prevent, whichever years I was there. So this is the kind of, the care you have to take as. So you come out with what all would you do to prevent it should not happen, and if it happens, then what would you do? इसकी तैयारी कर लेना.
सर लास्ट ईयर भी मुझसे ऐसा पूछा था, पर हाँ इट वाज कि मतलब प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं एंड दे आर हिंदू वाला, एंड कि वो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर आपने हमको नहीं अलाउ किया तो हम तो सिटी बर्न कर देंगे, तो व्हाट वुड यू डू? तो मैंने वही सर जो एथिक्स में पढ़ते हैं कि पहले समझाने की, फिर मतलब लीगल तरीके से यूज करूंगी, तो बोलते हैं कि आप फोर्स का यूज करोगे कि नहीं, तो
You should be bold enough to even accept that as and when the situation turns ugly and there is a issue of the property, the loss of life and loss of property, I will not hesitate to use the force. याद रखना, लॉस ऑफ लाइफ एंड प्रॉपर्टी,
yes.
ये दो ऐसे हैं जहां होते ही DM को और मजिस्ट्रेट्स को ये एम्पावर हो जाते हैं कि भाई अब मैं फोर्स यूज करूंगा, वरना मेरे ऊपर आएगा कि साहब इतने मर गए या इतने घर जल गए. That way. Anything you want to ask the question?
Sir, these contra means last year sir they didn't ask anything about current affairs, economy, कुछ भी नहीं पूछा, सिर्फ डेफ से and these controversial issue. So
All the more reason you should concentrate on. Our estimate is 60 to 70% DAF.
yes sir.
कि आपसे नहीं पूछा तो all the more reason कि आपको DAF 100% भी मान के चलना. Even this conversation with strangers,
yes sir.
ये this can be possible. इसको अच्छा बनाना. ये ऐसे वो सिस्टर, ब्रदर, यंगर ब्रदर, ये सब क्यों लाती हो आप?
Okay.
फैमिली, you get carried away.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
ना फादर ना मदर, कुछ नहीं. आप तो वहाँ रॉयट हो रहा होगा तो आप वो सिस्टर को थोड़ा ना कहोगे मुझे आके जरा गाइड करो.
yes.
Never use these words.
Okay.
Never mention.
Okay.
तभी किया होगा आपने निश्चित.
हाँ शायद, हाँ सर किया ही
किया
था.
होगा.
हाँ हाँ.
उसी के 10-12 नंबर चले गए.
Okay.
तो ये जितने भी एकदम बहुत लंबी लिस्ट है आपकी,
Yes.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. सबको अच्छे से तैयार कर लो क्वेश्चंस पहले से
Yes.
और उसके आंसर्स.
Okay.
ठीक है ना. वो कन्वर्सेशन विद स्ट्रेंजर्स हल्का फुल्का मत कर देना कि मैं मुझे सर पर ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है बात करना. मुझे जिज्ञासा होती है लोगों के बारे में जानने, उनके कल्चर के बारे में, उनकी फूड हैबिट्स के बारे में. इंडिया की जो डाइवर्सिटी है वो मुझे स्ट्रेंजर से बात करके उसका एहसास होता है. यू हैव टोल्ड अ बिग थिंग बाय जस्ट अ वेरी स्मॉल थिंग.
yes sir.
और ये कि मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, गप्पे मारती हूँ रास्ते में, ट्रेन में खाते पीते जाते हैं. तो क्या सिविल सर्वेंट के लिए क्या मतलब हुआ है?
yes.
मैक्रो व्यू लेके आ रहे हो, ब्रॉड.
yes.
We assess you at 65%. आज का रिजल्ट
yes.
जो आपने कहा या जो आपने सोच के कहा उस पर से 65%. तो सब पर भी जा सकता है. जैसे आपने बताया कि ऐसे प्रिपेयर कर लो दिमाग में, लिखे दिमाग में रख लो, वैसे ही बोलो. 1 2 3 4 भी मत बोलो, ऐसे भी बोलो.
Okay.
मतलब नंबर 1 नंबर 2 जरूर आराम से लिखो. और आप ड्रेस यही पहनेंगी कि साड़ी पहनेंगी?
साड़ी का सोचा है मैम.
पहनिए.
अच्छा.
ख्याल ये है कि आप साड़ी में और अच्छे लगेंगे तो आप पहनिए.
okay.
So you can practice wearing a sari because many people don't know how to.
yes ma'am.
Fill it up, क्या? और fill करिए.
हाँ.
Okay, all the best. Good luck.
In all the interviews involving lady candidates and actual UPSC, I have always seen a sari wearing candidate. Not one case जिसमें कोई कुर्ता पजामा या जिस तरह से और other than साड़ी पर.
yes.
So that should be a message to you.
okay sir.
Okay, good luck. Do
Thank
well.
you.